So I have just completed probably the hardest / scariest / fun, if those can all be in one sentence, thing of my life. I just did a huge Good morning, good morning. It's day 25 on my Appalachian Trail adventure. This morning, my first task is to go 3.1 miles to the George W. Outer Bright Shelter to get water. So I dry camped last night. I started with just under 2 liters of water and I've got about half a liter left. So I'm going to go fill up with water and get my day going. I think I'm going to have to invest in a new hat at some point. Makes me sad. I have a hard time finding hats that fit because they usually push my ears out. But anyhow, that's the side story. Come along for today's adventure and we'll see what we can get into. Ta-ta to this cute little camp. And right on the other side of those 2 trees is where my tent was. I actually think I had the second best night sleeping in my tent last night, so it wasn't too cold. I actually got hot a couple times, so yeah, good night's sleep. I just had the opportunity to take a bypass trail and I omitted that option. I am still on the AT and here's starters. Good morning, Karen. Bye. Not very talkative today. I would say so far, definitely do not take the bypass trail. This is beautiful. And trail is easy to walk. You got rocks, but that's nothing new. A lot of work has gone into laying these little stepping stone areas. And trail maintainers have done great. Down the path, I come across this geological marker. Very cool. This is the biggest trick, is walking over those little pointy ones. Those hurt. So I think I discovered the only reason that you would want to take the bypass trail is during a thunderstorm. Probably would not want to be out here with lightning. That is my opinion. This is kind of like a magical little area. I love it. There's a little campsite over there. Let's go check that out. So this would be great. Nice soft ground, not a lot of rocks. And here's a view of the other side of the ridge line. So I just came up to the next shelter. Spring is that way, where we need some water. Oh my goodness, this is interesting. A little bench. Huh. Humble abode. Oh, there we go. So I have made it down from the top of the ridge to Lehigh Gap. There's a little sign here. We're doing a lot of restoration. And we've got another bridge walk. I'm guessing that's what we're climbing. So for those of you who don't know, when you've got a mountain and then it dips down and goes back up, that center point is generally called a gap. If you'd like to read more about that, just go ahead and pause your video and you should be able to read it. And sure enough, the trail goes right over the boulders. See the blazes, and then that little opening in the trees is where we're heading. the way and climb. Yep, the AT goes right up there. So I'm sitting here. So I have just completed probably the hardest slash scariest slash fun, if those can all be in one sentence, thing of my life. I just did a huge boulder scramble up the side of a mountain. Sometimes I didn't know where I was putting my next foot or my knee or my hand or my elbow, but I did it. I did it safely, and it was so fun and so rewarding. So right across is the mountain I was on this morning. Came down it across the valley, and then I'm back up on the mountain that I showed you earlier. And I'm not sure what's yet to come, but two hikers I just passed said it gets better. So I don't think it's going to be as scary as it was. But what an adventure I am on. This is the Blue Mountain Resort. I often avoid going places by myself because it's scary, but I am stepping out of my shell today, and I'm going down to the resort. It's just like maybe half a mile off of the trail, maybe a little bit more, but they have food and you can use their restrooms, and I'm doing it. So I decided to take a step out of my comfort zone and go to a restaurant by myself, and it's always something that's challenging for me. So I'm here, I'm doing it. I'm going to have a Parmesan burger, no bun. It will have some marinara sauce on it, and I'll probably eat the french fries too. So that's my plan. This is a ski resort here. It's called Blue Mountain Resort, I think, and people have been incredibly friendly, so here we go. Good evening. It is the night of day 25 and it was a long day. I started off south of Lehigh Gap, dropped down into the gap, and then did a boulder climb up to the other ridge line, and it was a hard day, but it was fun. The rocks are always, the little rocks are the worst. The big ones are fun. I am now at a stealth campsite at mile marker 1268.6, and I'm just literally, I popped into the woods where there was a campfire pit, but not much level ground because it was raining and I was starting to get chilled. So got out of the wet clothes, got warm clothes on, and I am just wrapping things up here for tonight. So wondering, what are some of the things that you guys are curious about watching on this adventure? I am planning out the next couple days, and I think in 2 days I am going to reach the border town of Delaware Water Gap, where I will probably take a zero, definitely a Nero. No, it'll probably be a zero because it'll probably be 2 long days and then a zero. At that point, I will then go into New Jersey. So I'll be on my 3rd state. So pretty exciting. That's all I have for tonight. I hope to see you again tomorrow. For those of you who might like to dig a little bit deeper and get to know me a little bit more, I've designed a membership called Campfire Calls. It's a donation-based membership. You simply click in the link in the comments section or in the description of this video, and you will get to join me around 8 to 10 campfires along the Appalachian Trail as I journey from Harper's Ferry to Katahdin in Maine, and then back from Harper's Ferry to Georgia. And you'll just get to be able to connect with me on a Zoom call and chat, ask questions, and find out more about how the hike is going. So if you'd like to join me, be sure to click the link in the description or in the comment section of this video. Thank you, God bless, and see you next time.